Hi, welcome to the last, well, not the last video, but anyways, welcome to the next video where you learn kind of to distinguish probability, the just what we have been doing, which was purely based on mathematics. Distinguish that from an experimental probability. Now, to be very, very clear with you, there's not much difference unless you're really comparing them. This one is going to use data and sort of like observe results based on what happened. Um, this one is going to use a table typically or a chart, but for right now, we're just using tables. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start with a quick overview of why I guess we kind of have to distinguish these two. So the reason is because, like I said, this is purely based on math. This is something that you kind of expect or is hypothetical and should happen, but we already know how real life is. It doesn't always happen as we plan it out or mathematically want it to. So based off what you see, I mean, you could have different types of probability that might not always agree with the actual probability. So, anyways, let me go ahead and go over to some example problems because I think that's more important for us to kind of focus on. A few example problems. So, just give me a second so I can find a good one for us. Okay, let's go ahead and look at an example. So, in this example, we're going to really focus on kind of using a chart to kind of find the experimental probability. So, let's go ahead and read this together in one, two, and three. A store sells towels in four different colors. The store clerk records the color towel bought by 50 previous customers in a table. Based on the clerk's data, what is the probability of the next customer buying a pink towel? Go ahead and read this by yourself. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, I hope you read it now by yourself. So, my question to you is, what is this problem asking you to find? Think about it before you respond. So, what is this problem asking you to find? All right, you should have enough time. Well, you should have had enough time to think about what this question is asking you to find. So, please respond at this time. What is this question asking you to find? Okay, I hope you were able to tell me that you are being asked to find the probability of the next customer buying a pink towel. So we're finding the probability of a pink towel. We do write the letter P with the little e because this is not based, it's technically based off math that was collected, but we kind of want to distinguish this from regular probability in case we ever need to compare it. So P little e parentheses is equal to a fraction. Same idea. But what goes in the middle? We're looking for the probability of the color pink. So the word pink goes inside here. And we have to be very, very careful before we create our fraction. Let's go ahead and read the problem once more. So a store sells four different types of colors, right? And they recorded data for 50 customers, and this is the data that was produced. And go ahead and tell me how many customers bought blue. Okay, thank you. How many customers bought green? Okay. How many customers bought white? Okay. How many customers bought pink? Okay. So out of the 50 customers, we know how many bought blue, we know how many bought green, how many bought white. So we're gonna use the data because the question even tells you right there. I should have emphasized that part. Based on the clerk's data, based on the data, what is the probability of getting pink again? So your what's the numerator? So how many customers will buy, or actually, what is the numerator based off the data? Okay, I hope you were able to tell me it was 15. What is the denominator? So I hope you were able to tell me that it was 50. So based off the data, we know that pink is favored 15 out of 50. Now go ahead and convert that to a decimal. Go ahead and convert this fraction to a decimal. Okay, I hope you were able to convert it, and the answer is 0.3. Now, if you're very curious about changing this to a percentage, just remember you have to move the decimal place over twice, and you stop it right there, and you add that 0. So it's basically 30% probability that the next customer is going to buy a pink towel if the data is accurate and I guess a good sample. So anyways, that's one of the problems. Let's go ahead and erase it, the work. Okay, another problem that I kind of want to do is it's probably part of your assignment or has been part of your assignment is this one, a number 24. So go ahead and read number 24 to yourself and I'll wait for you. Okay. I hope you had enough time. You should have had enough time actually to have read it. So, based off what you read, what is the question asking you to find? Okay. I hope you're able to tell me that based on your data, it's asking you to find the probability of picking yellow again. So, actually, let me use purple. So, the probability, it's a little experiment that you conducted here, of yellow. Why yellow? I'll put the word in. And that is equal to a fraction, just like it always has. So the numerator is going to be the number of yellows that have happened in your experiment. So how many yellows have happened? I hope you were able to tell me that there's only 2 of them from the table. So you write the number 2. Now the denominator is always the total, a total of how many experiments or repetitions of the experiment you have conducted. So what is the total repetitions of the experiment? I hope you're able to tell me that it was 10. So from there, go ahead and convert this fraction to a decimal. Okay, I hope you're really quick on that, and it's 0.2. And it, like I always said, if you're very curious to know the percentage, you just move it over twice. If there's nothing there behind, just add a 0. And that is 20%. So your chance of picking a yellow based on the experiment data is 20%. So this question says, please enter the decimal value only. So for this one, you would just want to type in 0.2 and click enter. I feel like just doing one more because I know a lot of you were struggling on this concept. So the one I would like to do is perhaps number 26. So number 26, go ahead and read it really quick. And you could pause it if you need more time, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask you guys, what is the or actually, what is the question asking you to find? And go ahead and respond. Okay, I hope you were able to respond that based on the clerk's data, you're finding the probability that the next customer is going to buy red vans. So let's go ahead and set up our equation for probability. And we have to remember this is an experiment that was conducted because they observed the customers' trends of buying. All right, the thing that goes inside the probability we're looking for is red. So I'm going to write the word red. And we already know that probability is equal to a fraction. And based off that, the numerator and denominator are going to be found from our experiment or in our table. So the numerator is always related to what's inside the parentheses. So what is the number of favorable events for red? I hope you're able to notice from the table it happened 0 times. 0 customer, well, actually, nobody bought shoes. And the denominator, what is the denominator? Okay, I hope you were able to tell that they only conduct this experiment 19 times. So the number 19 goes in the bottom in the denominator. Now go ahead and divide this out and find the decimal. All right, I hope you were able to do this and you found out that you got the answer 0. So there's 0. Let's even change this to a percentage. We already know that 0 probability means it will never happen. So based off your data, it seems that it will never happen that the customer will buy a red shoe. Now, can it change? Obviously it can, but just based off the data collected, it seems like we have 0 chance of any customer buying red shoes. So just type in 0 because it's asking you to type in the whole number. Let me go ahead and clear that. And let me go over here. Now, I could definitely do another one, and I feel like doing one just extra. Hopefully, it doesn't go past the 15-minute mark. And let's do the insurance car one. This one's really easy. I think you guys kind of know it. Go ahead and read it. Now, it's looking for the probability of the next car accident involving a red car. So the word that goes inside this is going to be red. And that's equal to a fraction because probability is always equal to a fraction. All right, it actually looks like we ran out of time, so I'm not going to go ahead and finish this one off. But anyways, thank you for showing up. I'll upload more videos to kind of help you kind of grasp the concept a little bit better. Anyways, I hope you have a good day.